So when it comes to calving, basically the most important thing to know is your cow. This is our first time freshening. This is Fresca's second freshening, but our first time freshening with her. However, the more you observe, the more you're going to know. Around here, when cows drop a mucus plug, I've always had them calve within 24 hours. I know they can go sooner, but it just seems like once we see that indication, birthing is imminent. However, each cow is different. Did she lose her mucus plug? I don't really think so. She had some sticky stuff on her, but there'll also be a little bit of mucusy discharge leading up to the birth. So I'm gonna say we definitely didn't lose a mucus plug the other day. We definitely just had a little bit of sticky mucus that caused the grass to stick to the side of her. Most important things to be paying attention to, if it is your very first time with a cow calving, pay attention to those ligaments on the back end. They're called the pins. Learning how they're going to reseed on just a cow in general, but even more particularly your cow, is going to give you so much insight into the future. I can look at Fresca and I can see we've got a long ways to go. You always, you know, if your notes are wrong, that doesn't mean that a cow isn't going to do something unusual, but for the most part, you should be able to look at your cow and be like, all the signs are not there. She's not what she typically is. When it comes to her actual back end, the actual vulva, the deepening in color, completely normal. It's going to get a much deeper red instead of a pink, but it's going to get pretty swollen and floppy if she's a typical cow. Again, there's always exceptions, but for the most part, it's going to be so swollen and so floppy. It's literally, when she walks, just going to bounce around like jello, and when she lays down, it's kind of going to open up in a way that you're checking to see if a calf is coming out. Trust me, you'll know when it's time for the calf to come out. But these are all big signs, big indications that the more you calve, the more you learn, and more importantly, the better you know your cow, the easier it's going to get into the future. So we're gonna stick with Fresca over the next couple weeks. I'll keep making videos, keep you updated on things to look for, the signs, the symptoms, symptoms, not in a bad way, but of the impending parturition. So it'll be very exciting. She's bred to our Highland bull that we no longer have. So Harvey was more of the shorthorn than the Highland. This will be his one and only calf because he kept running through fences, and well, the neighbors didn't love that there was a 3-year-old bull running up and down the road randomly during the worst parts of winter. So anyway, he's in freezer camp, but this will be his baby. If it's a girl, she's going to be phenomenal. She's going to be phenomenal. Fresca is an excellent milker. Her milk is amazing. You can make milk, you can make cheese, you can do whatever you want with it. She loves being a mom, so I'm very excited to meet her calf. But if it's a girl, she's going to make a beautiful homestead cow because you're going to be able to breed her to anything. Basically, that little girl can be bred to anything. You want beef, you want dairy, you want crosses, you've got it with that girl. If it's a bull calf, it's going to make a really great steer for someone. They can either leave it a bull, they can steer it. They're going to get a great amount of meat for it. She's a super easy keeper. She comes from excellent bloodlines. So yeah, basically, I'm very excited to meet Fresca's calf. And I guess we'll probably meet her over the next 3 weeks. But I'm going to say we have a minimum of 2 weeks if she comes a little bit early. But we'll see.